Hello viewers! Let's make some delicious Korean rice wine. Today I'm going to show you a recipe with filtered mitsul, filtered first stage. If you like this video, please click that like button and subscribe, or check out some of my other videos. So I make a two-stage recipe this time. First stage is juk, second stage is godubap. What's different with this recipe is that before combining the godubap into the juk, I'm going to filter the juk. Starting off, making the juk with 200 grams of rice flour and 800 milliliters of water. Stirring that on medium heat until it thickens. So I've heard about this technique from a number of brewers, and the intention is to reduce the naruk taste. If you have some strong tasting naruk, maybe you don't want the naruk sitting in there all the time, but you want the nice actions of the naruk enzymes. I'm going to start off just like normal. Let the juk cool. I'm going to add a little bit extra naruk, 120 grams instead of 90 grams. In other words, this is my normal first stage. After the juk has cooled to room temperature, add the naruk mixture in and stir that up. It takes about 5 minutes to stir that well. I want it to be smooth enough so it'll just pour out of the pot into my fermentation jar. And that's what it does. It pours right in. So just make sure that's good. Okay, that looks evenly mixed. Put that away to ferment, and look at it the next day. It's liquefied and bubbling, so it's fermenting normally. So this is the mitsul right here. This is the first stage. Stir it twice a day. Okay, so on the second day, I'm going to prepare the hard steamed rice, the godubap. As I've mentioned before, there are a lot of different rice preparation methods that could be used for makgeolli making. I've only tried a few of them. I have plenty more to learn. There are a lot more recipes that I want to try out and show you. So we'll get to those in later videos. So I washed my rice, soaked it, letting it drain, and then we're going to steam it, and we'll end up with godubap. Okay, this is the fun part, lifting the rice out. Okay, so the advantage of steaming it is that I'm not adding a lot of additional moisture. So this lets me control the moisture content more precisely. This is the special twist. This is filtering the first stage. So before we add the two stages together, I'm going to filter the first stage. So there are solids in there from the naruk and maybe some other rice solids too. So pour that back into the jar and toss in the godubap. Okay, so we'll see what this change does in the fermentation. Let's see if it changes anything. Put it back in the cabinet. And let's watch it ferment. So it's liquefying like normal. It does look pretty cloudy. But it is fermenting this whole time. That's good. And as time goes on, I'm hearing less and less bubbling. But I can still see the rice, the appearance of the rice changing. Some of the rice is falling to the bottom now. So after 15 days, I'm going to say this is done. Let's bottle it. Stir it one last time. Get my filter bag ready. And just dump it in. And this is another fun part, squeezing the filter bag. Okay, and the leftover chigimi, well, it's only 213 grams, but there was some extra that was filtered out earlier. So it seems like my normal range. I'm going to put it in the bottles. And of course, the question that you want answered is, how does it taste? So we're just going to take a look at the bottles here and the chicken meat. And of course, I taste a bit right on the spot. Got to see how it turned out. But I'm also going to taste it later after it's been in the fridge a while. A few days later, and give the judgment on how this tastes. Okay, this has settled into chongju on the top, takju on the bottom. The chongju is not too clear right now. It's been 3 days, but it's in the fridge, but it's settled pretty well. It's just not very clear. So I'm going to mix this up. And the chongju and takju are mixed together. That's called wanju. So I'm going to try the wanju undiluted. And I'm also going to mix the wanju with water. And that'll pretty much, that's my makgeolli. So for me, my makgeolli is the diluted wanju. So it's even better than diluted takju because it has that chongju in it. Okay, so some undiluted, and I'll dilute this one. Okay, so here's the undiluted wanju from my batch with filtered first stage, filtered mitsul. So with filtered first stage, filtered mitsul. Okay, this tastes quite sweet. Okay, and it's strong. It's strong, so filtering that mitsul did not make it weaker, that's for sure. It's not too sour. It's sweeter than normal. And the texture is good, pretty smooth, not too bitter at all, but pretty thick. You can feel it. Does have that milky aftertaste. Has some bite to it. There's sharpness. There's alcohol, and it is not very bitter. It's quite smooth in that respect. So that's good. So this worked out. trying to think, is this less bitter than normal? It probably is. Now let's try the diluted wanju. So this has a really nice color. It's very bright. It's very bright colored, very white. It does taste a lot more refreshing to add the water, especially if you add really cold water. And yeah, this has almost no bitterness at all. So I think that really is an improvement. If you want to go to the effort, or if you have some strong tasting Naruk, you can filter that first stage and reduce the bitterness in your end product. Okay, so something new to try, another tool you have, another kind of recipe you can try. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.